Welcome to the According to West podcast, where we explore the quiet philosophies that build a more resilient and meaningful life. I'm your host, Wes, and today we're diving into a powerful two-part quote. And that quote is, don't be overheard complaining, not even to yourself. This isn't just a simple piece of advice. It's a profound challenge to our modern habits. In a world where complaining, venting, and airing grievances have become common, this quote, which is often attributed to the Roman emperor and philosopher Marcus Aurelius, urges a different path. It suggests that our complaints, whether spoken out loud or simply whispered in our minds, are a direct line to our character and a major drain on our energy. So, how can we truly embrace this Stoic wisdom, and why is it so vital for improving our lives? Let's unpack the two distinct parts of this powerful idea. The first part is about our external world. Don't be overheard complaining. This speaks directly to how we present ourselves and interact with others. Complaining in public or even in private company can be incredibly detrimental. When we complain, what's really happening? We're often seeking validation for our frustrations. We want someone to agree that a situation is unfair, a person is difficult, or a task is unbearable. But this behavior comes with a steep price. For one, it drains others' energy, and I don't think a lot of people realize that. That's one of the reasons why no one wants to hang out with quote-unquote negative Nancy's. Complaining is a negative transaction. It shifts the burden of our frustration onto the listener, making them feel drained or uncomfortable. People naturally want to be around positive, solution-oriented individuals. It can also damage your reputation. Over time, a person who complains frequently becomes known as a pessimist, or a grumbler, or someone who is difficult to work with. They're seen as focused on problems and not solutions. This can negatively impact your professional and personal relationships. In addition to that, it creates a negative environment. Complaints can be contagious. One person's grievance can quickly spread, which can sour the mood and contribute to creating a toxic atmosphere. This part of the quote is a call to self-discipline in our social interactions. It's about choosing to be a source of stability and optimism, even when things aren't going our way. It's about recognizing that our words have power, and we have a responsibility to use them to build, not to tear down. Now, this is the harder, more profound part of the quote. It's a challenge to our internal world, and that part is the not even to yourself part. Marcus Aurelius isn't just concerned with public perception. He's concerned with the state of our minds. Complaining internally in the privacy of our own thoughts is often the real damage that's being done. Our thoughts are powerful. The way we talk to ourselves shape our reality. When we complain, even just in our heads, we're reinforcing a victim mindset. Complaining to yourself solidifies the belief that you are a helpless victim of your circumstances. It shifts your focus from what you can control to what you can't, leaving you feeling powerless and frustrated. And like I said before, it's draining your energy, and with draining your energy is also draining your focus. Every complaint is a thought spent on a problem without a solution. This mental energy could be used for creativity, problem solving, or gratitude. Being thankful for the things that it's not. No, I said that right. Being thankful for what you have. Yeah, being thankful for the problem that it's not, because it could be a worse problem. Complaining is an unproductive loop that depletes your mental resources. It also causes you to ignore opportunities for growth. Every setback or difficulty is also an opportunity to learn. But when you're busy complaining, you're not asking what can I learn from this? How can I handle this better next time? You're just fixated on the unfairness of it all. This part of the quote is a call to radical responsibility for our internal landscape. It's about understanding that the mind is a garden, and every complaint is a weed you choose to water. True mental resilience comes from refusing to allow these weeds to take root. And there's plenty of ways of getting rid of weeds. You can pull it up by hand, you can set fire to them. Nonetheless, the weeds gotta go. Landscaping 101. Just remember, the problem solver thinks I can adapt. The complainer thinks they are doing things to me. The problem solver is energizing to be around. The complainer is draining to be around. The problem solver is influential and capable. The complainer is reacting and stuck. The problem solver looks for solution or growth. The complainer looks for validation or sympathy. So, what happens when you commit to this philosophy? When you consciously choose to stop complaining, both out loud and internally? The benefits are immense and far-reaching. Like I stated before, increase resilience and problem-solving skills. When you remove the option of complaining, your mind is forced to find a different path. Instead of dwelling on the problem, you're more likely to pivot to a solution. This trains your brain to be a problem-solving machine. That's what it's for. That's why we have them. You become more resourceful and resilient in the face of setbacks because your focus is on action and not despair. There is also greater inner peace and mental clarity. Complaining is a source of mental clutter. It's like having a radio in your head that's constantly tuned to a station of negativity. Or do you want better? Your YouTube or Instagram algorithm is all negative. It's all effed up. And causes you to complain about the things that you don't have or the things that's going on when it don't actually really directly affects you. That's just an observation. I'm pretty sure everyone has come to that conclusion by now, but hey. By choosing not to complain, you quiet this noise. You create a space of calm, focused thought. And that leads to greater inner peace and a clearer mind. Another benefit of a no complaint lifestyle is the improved relationships and influence. When you're not complaining, you become a person people want to be around. Your positive energy is an asset. You are seen as a pillar of strength, someone who can be counted on in a crisis. People will be drawn to you and respect you because you don't waste time on negativity. And last, it creates a deeper sense of gratitude. Complaining and gratitude cannot coexist. When you stop focusing on what's wrong, your mind naturally finds things to be grateful for. The act of complaining shifts your perspective from lack to abundance, allowing you to appreciate the small victories and the blessings in your life. All right, hopefully you guys are still with me and kind of taking in everything that I'm saying. And I have said a lot, but with all that said, how do we get to that point where we're not complaining? And of course, I say this almost every episode, it's easier said than done, especially at first. One way to start is to, whenever you are coming up across something that you feel the urge to complain about, it's okay to acknowledge it, but don't dwell on it. When something frustrating happens, acknowledge the feeling. Don't suppress it, but then quickly shift your focus from dwelling on the problem to either accepting the situation or finding a potential solution. Another way we can kind of cultivate a no complaint lifestyle is use a 30-second rule. Allow yourself 30 seconds to vent, then stop. Please stop. This is a compromise that lets you get the frustration out without letting it consume you. Please, no punching walls or anything like that. Handle that maturely and safely in a non-violent way. You can also replace complaining with action or gratitude. When you feel the urge to complain, ask yourself, what is the one thing I can do about this? Or what is one thing I am grateful for right now, even in this situation? Listen to yourself. Become more mindful of your internal dialogue. Catch yourself when you start to complain in your head and consciously reframe the thought. For example, instead of "this traffic is awful," try "this is a good time to listen to a podcast," or "I'm grateful I have a car." Usually it's a good time to listen to this podcast. And I thank you guys for listening to this podcast. But I am a podcast listener myself. And last, by not complaining, you're naturally inspire those around you to do the same. Your silent strength becomes a powerful example. They see you holding it together and you moving on and you're finding a solution. They're more than likely to follow suit in their own time. So remember, someone's always watching. The quote, "Don't be overheard complaining, not even to yourself," it's a radical challenge. It's a call to move beyond the easy path of negativity and embrace the harder, more rewarding path of self-control and resilience. It reminds us that our true power lies not in external circumstances, but in how we choose to respond to them. By choosing to stop complaining, we are not just improving our relationships or our reputation, we are taking back control of our minds, We're building character and creating a life of genuine strength and inner peace. I'd like to thank you guys for joining me once again on the According to West podcast. And until next time, may you find peace in the quiet spaces and power in the words you choose not to say.